Share screen. Can you see my screen yet?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. Welcome everyone to the fascinating world of Agile. Do you still see it?
Yes, coach.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Please let's make this lively like the other ones. I don't like the conversations to be one-sided as you guys are already used to. So I'll be calling on the audience to continue to give me feedback. Thank you. So welcome everyone to the fascinating world of Agile. It's great to have you guys on another Tuesday. Please ginger your friends, your team members, the group chat to please join because some of them may not be aware that we've started. What is our goal? Our goal is to stand out in the job market and to make sure that we are the chosen ones from the crowd, from the competitive crowd. And how are we going to achieve this? We're going to achieve this by upholding the Scrum values, staying focused, staying committed, being courageous, being open, and being respectful. If we do all these 5 Scrum values, trust me, we're going to secure our role, God helping us. So let's always try and be strategic in everything we're doing, especially when it comes to job search. This program is going to be beneficial for those who are new in Scrum, those who have also been in Scrum for a while. Everyone is going to benefit because what happens is that sometimes after people secure their first Scrum Master role and they see how enjoyable it is, they want more. They want to go for the Agile coach role. They want to go for the release train engineer, which is the RTE. Some of them want to go for solution train engineer. Those are all the hierarchies, right? And each of those roles have their various pay grades. And so this program will benefit those that have been in Scrum and those that are new in Scrum as well. What's our objective at KX? Our objective at kxconsultingltd.com is to make sure that we are helping each other. That's why we created this group chat. That's why we are organizing these sessions, because we want to create that platform to give everyone the opportunity to network, to expand their network. Because what happens, especially in Canada and in the US and in the UK, even in Nigeria, actually, your network is very important because that referral may just be the game changer for you, even in terms of your salary scale. So try and maintain good relationships with your team members. Try and not burn bridges because you don't know who is who and you don't know what will happen tomorrow. Tomorrow is always very important. So let's try to always keep that in mind. So we're going to be here for each other. All the team members, all the audience, the audience, I know they're very participatory and collaborative. So I'll be relying on everyone to keep the thoughts going. Please, let's continue to engage one another, even in the Scrum Hub chat. Let the conversations not be one-sided. I know we're all new and some of us are trying to get a hang of what is going on, but please, that platform is for you. It's not for anybody else. It's not for me. It's for you to make sure that you make long-lasting relationships. So please feel free. If you find any Scrum material that is going to help the other person, please feel free to post it. If you find any jobs that you think that you can refer someone on the group, please feel free to post it, because really we have each other's shoulders to lean on, right? We can't do it all by ourselves. So please feel free to use the channel at your disposal to help the next person. I thought I might chip that in. So the more we help each other, the more we'll be stronger and the more we'll get to the top and we'll all see each other at the top.
Amen.
I put this slide. I put this slide here just so I can give those who are new to Scrum. Please mute yourselves if you're on mute. If you've unmuted yourself, okay. So The reason I put this slide here is for us to become more aware of what's happening, especially with the Scrum Master role. So the Scrum Master role is not for everyone. It's usually for experienced hands because it's a managerial role. I know that in Agile, we don't have any hierarchies, right? But you need some level of experience, some level of emotional intelligence working in as a Scrum Master. So I recommend that at least you should have at least 2 to 3 years experience working on real projects. It may not necessarily be IT projects, but at least you just need that one-on-one interaction with people, with processes, so that you understand. Because a Scrum Master role is mainly about managing processes. So it's very important for us to have that mindset that it's really not for the person who just graduated from school today. The person just wants to be a Scrum Master tomorrow. No, you're going to flop at your role because it's more like a managerial role. You're managing the process, so you have to have some level of experience. In terms of the number of hours, it's very great. Like, it's a wonderful opportunity because it allows you have time. You can see sometimes I am chatting during the day because sometimes I'm free. And I just feel like I should reach out and help the other person with some information. So you have remote work opportunities, you have great employment prospects, your desired wages. I don't know what your own desired wages are, but most Scrum Master roles are 6 figures. And where they are not 6 figures, they are close to 6 figures. So just try and do some more research, especially for the companies you're applying to know what they are offering. So in terms of flexibility, you have some level of flexibility with your schedule, because some people I know have done are doing 2 Scrum Master roles. With I don't know how they are doing it really, because it's not easy. But some people do that. That's because it has some level of schedule flexibility. So these are the things to bear in mind. If you want to know more about the Scrum Master role, there's always YouTube. You can always go and do some more research there. This slide is from a LinkedIn page. It's actually 2019 data. I wasn't able to lay my hands on one for 2022, but I thought I may just put it out there. This was in 2019, 3 years ago. And at that time, the median base salary was about 103,000. That has gone up. And then the job openings at that time was over 2,000 plus jobs. That has gone up because there are sometimes I post on the Scrum Hub, I say low hanging fruits, right? Every hour, there's always one new Scrum Master role. So the market is competitive, and the only way you can stay at the top of that competitiveness is by keeping yourself relevant, training yourself, getting the right certifications, packaging your resume, making sure that you have you stand out even in terms of interview prep, and making sure that you take all advantage of all the networking opportunities you have, because the difference between a winning candidate and one who doesn't get called may just be that that person does not have a referral in the system. So your network is really important. Top skills that are sought out for agile methodologies, Scrum, software development, business analysis, software development lifecycle. And the great news is that you don't need to be too technical. You just need to have a flavor or a taste of the terminologies used, which you can get from interacting with real developers and interacting with your team members. Because the more you guys work together, the more you're going to keep doing more research, the more you start getting exposed to the right terminologies, developer language, developer speak. So try and take advantage of all you have. And that's the whole, we're trying to support you at kxconsultingltd.com by providing all these things at your disposal. If you're very strategic, you'll be able to secure your role very soon. Trust me. So I put this slide here for those who are new. We have talked about this in previous presentations. So your as a Scrum Master, you should be able to facilitate, teach, coach, and be a servant leader to help remove impediments. I know that most of us have done this in one role or the other. You may not necessarily carry the title Scrum Master. I can see that we have 19 participants, so the floor is open. Do you feel like you've done any of these 4 roles before?
Yeah. at one point or the other. Yes.
One person. Is everyone there?
Same here. I think I've done at least quite a few.
Sorry, I didn't hear the person speaking.
I said same here. I think I've done quite a few too.
Yes, for sure.
I think being a servant leader, I've done that. Coaching, we have coached in different capacity. Facilitator, even in family meeting, we have facilitated meeting between siblings or friends are quarreling. You know, we have taught in I think in some way the name is the in thing, but we have done it in
Yes, thank you for that feedback. So the thing is, when people hear Scrum Master, they are quick to run away because they feel like, oh, Master, oh, Scrum, they don't know anything about it and they run. They don't know that underneath that cap lies the role of a servant leader, a coach, a teacher, and a facilitator. So if you've done these things in whatever capacity, I'm here to encourage you that you can do it, right? So I'll just quickly go through so that I don't eat into the time of Team X and Team Y because today is their presentation day. I just wanted to do this so that we can come up to speed, especially for those who are new. But those who are new going forward, anybody that brings them into the Scrum Hub should please coach them on where to find the resources and what videos to watch. For you to succeed in securing your Scrum Master role quickly, you need your trainings, which we can give you support for. We have discounts with Simply Access. You can reach out to me or anyone on the call that has done their trainings for those discounts and let me know so that I can follow up. Otherwise, you may not be able to secure a slot early because most of the time their classes are fully booked. So trainings and certifications, we have that sorted out. Experience, we're helping you by giving you those team opportunities for you to meet new people and join new teams. I discourage people who know each other from being in the same team. That's because I want to expand everyone's network. For number 4, 5, and 6, we can help you at kxconsultingltd.com. We help you rewrite your resume. You give us the job descriptions you're interested in. We'll work with those job descriptions and with your resume that you provide to us, and we'll help you get a better winning one. And then for your job search strategy, we'll help you coach, depending on the plan you choose on our website. We'll work with you for job search strategy and interview prep as well. Does anyone have any questions at this point? Otherwise, I'll move to the next slide.
how much?
Okay, that's a great question. We can always go to the website kxconsultingltd.com and I'll post that. It's actually in our group. I imagine you're a member of the Scrum Hub family. Are you a member?
Yes, I am. Yeah. I'm included in the project as well. So yeah.
Okay. Trust me, by the time you guys are done with your projects, you're going to need 4, 5, 6 because that will just be the icing on the cake. But we'll be waiting for you when you're done.
Sorry, we can barely hear you, or I can barely hear you.
Oh, you can barely hear me. Oh, can you hear me now? Do you hear me now?
You sound far away.
Yeah.
Like you're far from your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Sound the same.
Oh no. What
It's
about now?
better now. It's better now.
The oh no sounds clear. Can you continue with your oh no, please?
What about now?
Still sounds like you're far from your mic, to be honest.
What about now?
Better.
Wow.
So much better.
Thank you for pointing that out. I would have just been talking to myself. Where did you stop hearing me?
Me, I was hearing you shout throughout.
Wait, yeah, you were just loud. That's it. You're just loud enough.
Thank you, team. That was a great observation. That was a roadblock and impediment, and it has been collaboratively solved. And that's what we're all about: knowledge transfer. And working as a team. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I imagine that's Team Z talking, but okay, no worries. So we need to really take our experience seriously. You may look at it like, oh, the experience is unpaid. I don't need to put my time and effort in, but that experience is priceless. I know for sure when I was looking for my own Scrum Master role, I actually craved that kind of opportunity, but I didn't have it. It would have made my job search process far seamless. So please take advantage of those opportunities. And yeah, these are some of the companies that our clients have ended up interviewing with or have ended up securing a role with. So please, these things actually work. Don't take it for granted. Yeah. So I'll just move on now to the next slide for the sake of time. I would like to draw our attention to Basecamp. This example is from Team Z. They are working on an online dating app, and I noticed that their campfire has been really, really lit in terms of conversations. So keep up the great work, Team Z. Don't lose momentum. Keep going at this pace, and I'm telling you, like, even the sky wouldn't be your limit. I see that you've been putting your designs as well under the documents and files, so please keep up the great work. And then there are announcements, there's to-dos, there's check-ins, and there's schedule. So keep using Basecamp so that we can be able to inspect what you're working on and try and provide guidance where required. And other teams, please include our email, invite us to your Basecamp HQ so that we'll be able to see, and there will be some level of transparency as to what you're doing. So again, the job search workflow is time consuming. You have organizations like ours at kxconsultingltd.com to help you with your resume rewrite, your interview prep, one-on-one coaching, job search strategy, LinkedIn review. So we're here to help ease off that burden for you and make your job search process interesting rather than painful. Again, this is our website for those who are trying to find out more about us, the prices, what we do, what motivates us. It's all on the website, www.kxconsultingltd.com. So keep being agile. The next segment of this presentation will be for us to assess Team X and Team Y. So please, Team X, let us know what you're working on for the sake of those who are new. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now.
Hello, everyone. Okay, I'll just give a brief description of what we're working on. So basically, a company called ActJan has come to us, and they want us to build an employee app, basically for the employees in their warehouse to clock in and clock out. The reason why is because they have been noticing that employees come in at their own time and leave at their own time, thereby affecting productivity and basically creating product and process delays. So this app is going to help them be able to monitor employee clock in and clock out so that it will be more transparent, and which would in turn, improve productivity and, help reduce the process delays. Okay, I think we will now start. Kola or Amarachi, sorry.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Thank you. You?
Oh, I'm doing great as well. I really love the weather here in Toronto. It's warm today.
Yeah, same here. I actually went out for a walk today. I was so excited. I pray it stays this week.
Oh yeah, me too. I pray so. Okay, you're all welcome. My name is Amarachi, and I'm the Scrum Master for this wonderful team. So I want to say a special welcome to Miss Laura, who is the Assistant Director, the Warehouse Division of ActJan Manufacturing. You're welcome, Miss Laura. How are you doing today?
Oh, thank you so much, Amara. So nice to be here. I'm doing good. Thanks so far for the work you've been doing. I can't wait to hear what the team is for us.
Oh, yes, sure. Yes, okay, so we are all gathered here for to review the last sprint. So we have just a threefold agenda. The first one is to showcase the increments that has been developed in this sprint. 2 is to receive feedback on the increments from Ms. Laura, who is our stakeholder. And the third agenda is to review the priority user stories in the product backlog. So at this point, I'm going to hand over to our product owner, Kola. Hi, Kola.
Hi, Amara, and how's everybody doing in the team today?
Good, good. You?
I'm okay. I'm doing okay. I can't complain. Amara, I want to thank you so much for being so clear on what this meeting is all about. Miss Laura, so your company came to us to create an employee clock-in and clock-out app because you guys felt employees were leaving before their time, and which was affecting productivity and also causing product delays. So you guys wanted to find a way to adjust this particular problem. So you wanted an app which you thought would be able to improve transparency of employees, their working hours, which in turn you guys expect was going to increase productivity. I don't know if I'm correct about that.
Yes, that's very correct.
Yeah. So without any further ado, I would like to hand over the button to one of our team members, Nicola.
Thank you very much, Kola. It's really nice to meet you, Ms. Laura. I am part of the Sprint team creating your product. My colleagues could not be here today due to prearranged engagement, but be rest assured that your product is receiving the utmost attention. So in this sprint, we worked on the user story that will create the most value for your business and can be used pending, so basically can be released pending other upgrades to the app. We focused on, some user stories, basically for the employees to be able to register on the app, to be able to create username and password, to be able to log in and log out, and clock in and clock out. So I'll now show you the prototype. Just give me a second. So basically, we created a prototype on Figma, but I think this is too small. So I'll just show you a bigger where, we can get a bigger so I can take you through the process. So here, what we have here is just give me a second. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't want it to fill from the beginning. Oh, so what we have here is basically when an employee first downloads the app. So he would register. I'm using a persona as a male person or somebody who identifies as a male. So bear with me. So he would register, and then once he clicks on this register tab, he will be taken to this next page where he will put his name, his date of birth, which he would click on this calendar and he'll be able to choose his year, month, and day. He will put in his employee ID that was given to him by his company, by your company, as well as his work email address. Afterwards, he would click on next, and he would choose a username and password. Now, there are some conditions for the password that he must choose, for security reasons, So basically, like, it has to be uppercase, it has to have one special character and things like that. Is written under the password to guide the user. And then you have to, from the drop-down menu here, so he'll click here, he'll have a drop-down menu where he'll put in his whichever security question he would like, and then answer that security question. And then he'll click on next. When he does that, this message would appear, basically telling him that we have sent the confirmation message to his email, and he'll get a link from his email. Once he clicks on that link in his email, he'll be directed to this page where he would input his username and password, and he can click on this box to states that he doesn't want to always, whenever he enters the app, keep on logging in. You know, he can just always just enter the app without logging in. And then he will click on this login. Once he clicks on this login, it will show the actual time here, and then he will click on clocking. So once he clicks on clocking, the what's it called? The time will start running here. So for example, here it's just an example here. It will start showing that, okay, he's 1 minute, 2 minutes. And then here, this is just an example. He has worked for 6 hours, 27 minutes. This will show him a summary of his weekly total. So he has worked for 32 hours this week, as well as the pay period they're going to pay this week. You know, some companies pay bi-weekly, some companies pay every 2 weeks. It depends, or on a particular day every month. So it depends. So it will show him, you know, what pay period they are paying. It will also show him the vacation days he has accrued and any personal days, as well as his assigned schedule for that day. So I hope this is clear, and I'll now pass it back to Kola to continue with it.
Nicola, thank you so much. That presentation was as clear as the weather today in Toronto. I was going to ask Ms. Laura, do you have any questions to what she presented?
First, let me just say you guys have done an excellent job. I'm actually impressed. I'm excited at the progress of the project so far, though I have a few comments.
Okay.
Number one, I didn't seem to see a logo, the logo on that. Would like to see that. And two, will the managers of the employees be able to see the employees clock in and clock out in real time on their devices?
Actually, yes, they will. But the only thing is this particular issue was included in this particular increment. But we're going to add the logo as a user story. That's no problem.
Oh, I see. One last question.
Okay.
What if the users forget their usernames or passwords?
Good question. That was not also on this increment, to be honest, but it's been actually prioritized for the next increment.
Oh, awesome. That's wonderful. Why I asked is because, you know, that is very sensitive information. So the process to regain it should be quite stringent.
Okay.
Maybe 3 security questions and answers instead of just one. Can we work with that?
Okay, no problem, noted. We'll adjust the prototype accordingly. Do you have any other questions or suggestions?
No, not at the moment. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great. All right, so we're going to move on to the product backlog. I'm just going to be open. Just give me 1 second here. Let's do that. Okay. Let's do backlog. So this is our product backlog. I just wanted to go through with you like the user stories and the priorities and know if you're okay with them or you need any, if you need us to make any adjustments. Do you have any issues with our backlog and the way they're being prioritized, Ms. Laura? Take your time.
Okay, so you don't want to do this. Yeah, okay. Apart from our logo not being on the app for now, I think the product backlog looks good. Looks good. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah, it's fine for now. Looks good for now.
Looks good. You good with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Looks good so far.
No, there's no adjustments, no suggestions from your side whatsoever?
No, we'll just wait to see the logo and then concerning the other increment, you said you were gonna add that's the in case the employees forget their password and or username. I guess aside that, every other thing is fine.
Okay, I think I got an email from someone in your office talking about if they can export employees data. I don't know if.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I got a mail earlier. I think yesterday for someone from your team saying something about if we can if the managers can export employees data on the spreadsheet from the performance review.
Okay, can that be done?
It can be done, but the only thing is that was not in this particular scope. Do you understand?
Okay. We trust you guys to come up with something spectacular at the end of the day.
Okay.
Well, so far I can see you've captured virtually everything that is important.
You see what?
I said so far I can see the most important things have been captured, and since the promise has been made to make an increment by the time we review this again, everything is fine.
All right. All right. So in that case, I'll just summarize the changes to ensure that we're on the same page. Okay.
All right.
So the first thing we need to do is to put the logo on each page of the app for personalization process for personalization purposes. Sorry about that. The second thing is to add 2 more security questions to the registration process, just to increase security. And then the third thing is to add the ability for managers to pull employees' information in a spreadsheet for performance review as a user story. Is that correct? Or did I miss anything?
No, that's fine. You've captured it all.
All right, good. Thank you so much. Members of the team, please, do you guys have any other comment, feedback, or questions you think that we missed during this meeting that I think we need to add, please?
No, not for me.
Okay. Amara, what about you?
No, I don't have any comments for now.
All
Thank
right.
you.
So in that case, this meeting is going to be closed. You guys keep being awesome, and then I'll see you guys in our next meeting. Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank
Bye.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye. Bye, Miss Laura.
Yeah, bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Team X. Thank you for the efforts, the energy, the spice, and all that you bring to the table. Quick question, Team X. Have you been able to invite KX Consulting Ltd at gmail.com to your base camp?
No, I'll be doing it in the next 2.
Okay. Okay, Nicola, I'm not sure I really heard you, but it sounded to me that like you're working on it. Correct?
Yes, I will do it in the next 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I will go to the mural board now for us to see the comments from the audience. So let me know if you can see my screen, please. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay, before we go into the comments, I would like to use the Scrum guide to explain what the sprint review session is really about. The purpose of the sprint review is to inspect the outcome of the sprint and determine future adaptations. The Scrum team presents the results of their work to key stakeholders and progress towards the product goal discussed. During the event, the Scrum team and stakeholders review what was accomplished in the sprint and what has changed in their environment. Based on this information, attendees collaborate on what to do next. The product backlog may also be adjusted to meet new opportunities. The sprint review is a working session, and the Scrum team should avoid limiting it to a presentation. The sprint review is the second to last event of the sprint and is time boxed to a maximum of 4 hours for a 1-month sprint or a 8 hours for a 2-week sprint. For shorter sprints, the event is usually shorter. Well, that's another bone of contention or discussion. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave the floor open on Mural for us to comment on what we feel went well or went wrong with Team X. As mentioned here, Team X was working on an e-commerce company that needs a mobile app to boost their operational efficiency by tracking the clock in and clock out times of workers at their warehouse. So please use the Mural link posted both in the Scrum Hub chat and on Zoom to leave your comments in black. The black boxes are for Team X and the yellow boxes are for Team Y. So while that is going on, please put your comments in the black boxes for Team X. While that is going on, Team X, I have quick questions for you. Your product canvas, I imagine, is going to be on Basecamp, but we will need to see your product canvas, your roadmap, and how you, like, the starting points before you started working on Jira. We'll need to see that in your Basecamp. I don't know if you've set your Basecamp up yet, but we'll really need to see that for all the teams, not just Team X and Y. I can see Team Z has started putting in things in their own Basecamp, but please, all the teams present on this call, when you go back to your mini sessions, please try and make sure that you work on Basecamp and invite us so that we can see all your product deliverables. Yeah, so I'm getting one comment here now. I noticed the developer started the meeting, maybe just trying to be clear on that one. Do you guys have any comments why the developer started the meeting?
Okay, yeah, I didn't start the meeting per se. I, what's it called? I basically just explained our project for those people who have not been here. But it was Amarachi that actually started the meeting, and Amarachi is a Scrum Master.
Okay, interesting. Thank you for your feedback. Another person mentioned the team was very clear on the sprint review process. So that's a kudos for you guys. Somebody else is typing. While that is going on, I'll leave the floor open for RTE. RTE, do you have any comments for Team X?
Yes, Team X, you guys did a great job. I came late a little bit, but did you guys have your stakeholders or somebody representing the stakeholders or representing the client there for your feedback?
Yeah, we did have a stakeholder. Yeah.
Okay, that person contributed feedback?
Yeah, person did.
Okay. Awesome. And did you guys take note of those feedbacks?
Exactly. And then after the sprint, we actually went over it to be sure that we're on the same page.
Okay, you guys went over the feedbacks.
Yes.
At the end of the meeting, he
end of the
summarized it.
Okay. Was it feedback or was it questions they had?
They had questions and feedback.
Okay, perfect. Okay, because you have to definitely differentiate the two, right? Feedback and questions are definitely different. So feedback is what you're gonna take with you to your retro. And then questions is what you answer, because they may have questions with your delivery or your product increment or whatever you brought to the table, whatever they required, and you brought and you did the review for them, or you did the demo for them. Okay, well, good job. It was really good. You guys did a good job. I came a little late, so I'm sorry about that, but from the little that I saw, it was good. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, RTE, for your feedback. Your feedback is always welcome. Yeah, so Team X, my own feedback. Every day I listen to you guys, I'm falling in love more and more with Team X. Team X, I don't know what your secret is, but you guys have really come a long way, and you have transformed. I remember what your day one sounded like, but you guys are job ready. You sound like this is a real team. I don't know about all the audience. I'll leave the floor open for the audience to comment. But you guys, you've come a long way. That's all I can say. Thank you for the designs. Those ones were amazing. Thank you for the stakeholder, the clients. The clients was awesome. Thank you for all the energy you put into this. I can tell you're really preparing for what's coming, because this is exactly what happens in a real scenario. But does anyone in the audience want to say something?
Guys, please speak. Even
It
though
left
you
you guys left them speechless. It was so good. I'm guessing. It was so good. Nobody has anything to say. Awesome.
You can take critics. It's okay.
So Team Y, since you're presenting next, Team Y, I want to hear Team Y's feedback for Team X. You know, you're competition now. So Team Y, please. Yes, give them feedback.
Can I go?
Yeah, go, please. Go.
All right. So first off, I'm really crushing on callers. Yeah. So I was there. So that's for starters. Honestly, it was a very, very great one. I like the fact that, they were very clear. I mean, anyone listening or watching could see that they understood the assignment of what a sprint review should look like. And I mean, this is we just, all learning and trying to simulate a real life experience. So, I mean, it was great.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Team Y. So does anybody from Team Y want to say something before we move to Team Y? Don't be afraid, your own critique.
Team Y just spoke. That was someone from Team Y.
So only one voice. Any other person?
I didn't hear any other person.
He has simply voiced a lot of our opinion. Each time I've come here, I've been able to learn from Team X's presentation. So yeah, so kudos to the team.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Aww, thank you. Okay.
We have also been able to learn from all of you, because before we start, at least for me, when I started, I didn't know anything. I didn't know what exactly Figma was all about. Yeah. I didn't know anything about Jira. But by Kelechi hammering us every day on group, you guys, make sure you download Jira. And I was like, what is with this Jira and Confluence? And then, by the time first of all we entered, it was so terrible the first time. We didn't know where to go and everything. But after the first time, we're able to more and more practice. So thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it.
Aww. Thank you for your feedback. So does anyone we have 2 more minutes. Does anyone from Team X want to comment on their own experience so far, so that you can encourage others or discourage others, depending on how you're feeling? Team X.
All I'll just say is shout out Team Y, because I think after the first day we presented and they presented, we kind of, in a good way, kind of felt challenged when they presented their own first day. Yeah. So we went back to the board and we have to work, you understand? So we want to thank them for because them being around kind of pushed us to want to do improve on ourselves. So shout out to Team Y, and I'm sure the presentation is going to be good too. So I can't even wait to see them do their thing.
I doubt that.
Yeah.
So Kola, I think it's Kola. Kola, please, could you comment on your experience so far? Were you new in Scrum? How's your experience so far? Are we pushing you so hard? What would you say is your experience so far? We have one more minute.
Okay, I won't say you're pushing me so hard. I think you're pushing me enough. And to be honest, before the first class, I didn't even know what Scrum like. It's like someone telling me coding. That's how Scrum was to me, just 3 weeks ago. And for what feedback you guys are giving us and me, is really amazing to see how far we have come. And it's not about really, everybody has been involved in this learning process. Team Y, my team members, Kelechi, RTE. Thank you guys so much, man. I'm glad for the progress I'm making personally and as a team as well.
Thank you. And then For your trainings, have you done your trainings? Do you think like doing your trainings and certifications is important to this journey?
No, it's super important because when we're discussing as a group, because we have done the trainings and the class, some terminology, you just use it unconsciously.
Right.
So that helps because like I said, no, everything, sprint review, retrospective, all these terminologies, backlog, I didn't know, not everything was all new to me. But after I did the classes, the training, and then the teamwork, so all these words just start coming naturally. So I think it's important. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. So,
sorry, Coach, I don't know. Is there time for me to just mention something real quick that he just said?
Sure.
Okay, so guys, I wanted to just emphasize this. This is the actual real scenario that happened. My workplace, I work in a skilled environment where everybody is supposed to be in an agile release train, right? That's the art. It's a level up from just regular agile, just a little level up, not a big deal. So I started working with project managers. Now these project managers are project managers, so they feel like they are the Oga at the top, and they felt like Scrum Master certifications or Scrum Masters were rubbish, because they're project managers. So in order for them to work in a skilled environment, the organization asked them to go get their skilled certifications. They didn't care about it. They didn't take note of anything. They didn't care. They just did it because the organization said it was mandatory, because the organization is skilled. They're going to be working in an arts. They're going to be working with release train engineer and etc. So they took it. They didn't care. Now, coming back to their team, they have to stand in the place of, they have to work as a Scrum Master. Now, because they didn't have any of the foundation, they just took their skilled certification. They didn't take their Scrum certification that teaches you the foundation of what Scrum is. They just felt they facilitating their meetings and going into their meetings, they did it their own way. So they didn't even do it with the agile framework in mind, or even their waterfall that they're expert of. They created their rubbish method. And not only has it caused so many impediments and so many disruptions in the team, the entire flow process of how they're executing their projects is rubbish. So what am I trying to say? Yes, of course, getting the highest certification is the best, but starting from certain levels, especially from the beginning level, which is like your Scrum Master certification, helps a great deal in understanding the process of it all. So like what you just said, Mr. Yeah, it is essential for these certifications to be there, especially if you're coming from a different field of study from your university. You didn't take this in university and you're just coming into this certifications are the best way. And then obviously you add real life experiences, which we're all getting from Coach Kelechi here. That is the best way to show that you are the Oga on the top. Every project manager will be looking at you like, hey, they'll be scared. So you guys are heading the right path. I love this comment you made, Mr. Yeah. You did great. Thank you. That's my little 2 cents.
Thank you, RTE. Kolasi, you're making this yeah trend. Sure, you see, if you started with me, I started saying yeah to everyone in my house because of interacting with you. Now you see what is happening. So thank you everyone for your honest feedback. This is really good. You can't build a duplex without having a foundation. So your CSM is your foundation. Start with CSM so that you know the direction you're going from the bottom to the top. So without further ado, thank you guys. Let me just move now. I'll stop sharing and we'll move to Team Y.
Hello everyone. Can we go ahead now?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm Anthony. I'm the Scrum Master for Team Y for today's presentation, and I'd like to welcome everybody to our presentation this evening. So we're working on a product which is, if you think of, say, any ride-hailing app or product which connects human traffic from point A to point B, we're working on such a product that will also be able to transport goods and items and non-human traffic as well from different points, making use of the trunk in addition to the chairs or the seats in the vehicle. That's the major problem that the product is trying to solve. That's what we're working on. With me today, I have my colleagues, and we'll be running through the sprint review this evening. So I hope everyone is here and everyone is doing good.
Very well, Anthony. Very well.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome to this session. Thank you, my people.
I'm here too. It's good to be back.
Yes.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you for making your presence felt in this meeting. Okay, so we're running through the sprint review to go over our tasks over the sprint and present same increments to our stakeholder here. So other than I, the Scrum Master, we have Abby here, who is the product owner. Abby, say hello.
Hi, hello.
Yeah. We also have Jules. Jules is our stakeholder. She's general manager of TFJ Logistics, and she's here with us for the review. Jules.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be here.
Yeah, thank you. In addition to those of us, one of our developers is not available. She had some emergency. She had to take care of Jamila, but we have Joel here as well. Joel will be handling things from the developer angle. Hello, Joel.
Hi, Tony. It's good to be back, like I said initially.
Yeah, so everyone is good and everyone has had a great day and a great week, actually.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I know that I think myself and Abby are the only ones in on. We had a very lovely weather today. Actually,
I know.
Went grocery shopping as well with the little time I had on my hands. So I hope everyone is fine and well.
Yes.
I also know that are beginning to come out. Is that the same at your end?
Well, I mean,
the weather getting warmer.
Yes.
The shorts find their way out and coming back to the top of the wardrobe. Anyway.
I know. So thankful for that.
Anyway, it's all good. At this point, I'll hand over to Abby to carry on with our agenda for the evening.
Thank you so much for setting the ball rolling, Tony. And thank you for coming once again, Jules. We really appreciate you, creating time to come see what we've been up to so far. And like Tony rightly reiterated at the beginning, what the requirement that we got from you. So what we're going to do is show you what our developers have been painstakingly working on for the last sprint. Just give me 1 second and I will bring this up. Okay. Perfect. So I know you did mention what you had at the very top of as your top priority was for the user, in this case, the persona being the person making the request. So be it the passenger to make, to see the logo and be able to identify it such that, when you're looking on the iOS app or on the Android app, they're seeing, the logo. So far, this is what, we've been able to come up with. In a second, I would hand over to our tech lead, Joel, who is on this call, and he'll be able to, walk you through so that you see, all of those clarifications and make sure that, all what you wanted, we have it on this, and then we can just proceed with the other things that we have on our agenda for today. So that being said, Joel, would you like to up on so you can walk us through this?
Yeah, thank you, Abby. It's good to have you around us today, Jules. Basically, like the SM rightly pointed out, and the product owner as well, basically we've been able to come up with this app so far in our product development process. Like Abby rightly told you, for easy identification on the various apps out there, your logo would really stand out. And also for tracking purposes, we've been able to work on the interactive map that either passengers or the drivers from their own end can do adequate tracking. Also, we have a section for the login. Like you can see right there, you're seeing the username, the password, and the enter button at the middle. More so, we created, just like you requested, we made provision for various services at the bottom bar, where if a passenger wants to take a ride from point A to B, he can basically do that. If a different client per se wants to make use of the trunk by way of conveying goods from point A to B, they can use that as well. And of course, just like you made us to understand that you will be needing for the app, we also created a provision for the driver who on the app may want to reach out to the client for easy location for goods pickup or passenger pickup. The driver can as well use that button. And at the same time, we appreciate the fact that you brought it to our attention through the product owner that you want a kind of combined service. That's why we have the passenger slash the goods button, whereby if a passenger who also has goods want to use our your service on the app, they can do that on the dual button. Then we've of course have a photograph there, which if not active would display the passenger session. But in this case, we just kind of like want to do a display so you understand what we're talking about. Then the other aspect of it for now is still work in progress. Basically, we are going to work more on that in our next increment. That would showcase the photograph of the driver that is conveying the passenger or the goods. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Joel. Sincerely appreciate, that detailed explanation so that, Jules is able to get, a clearer picture of where we are as we speak. So right now, before we, go to the second aspect of what we have for today to inspect, the backlog, I would like to have your feedback, Jules. Do you have any feedback as regards what we showed you, or do you have any specific questions you would like us to address?
Okay, thank you so much, Abby, and thank you, Joel, for walking me through. I must say you guys have done a phenomenal job. You have met and exceeded some of our expectations with regards to setting all of this up. I'd just like to point to something I noticed. I know we agreed on the color for the logo in terms of the shade of blue, but I would like to draw your attention. If we could make the color a little darker, closer to royal blue, that would really stand out and really depict, the logo of the company. So that's the only observation I have right now regarding what I've seen on your board.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for that. We're going to, so if that's the only issue, so I'm taking note of that, and I will, ensure that we do have that. And just to confirm, you would love to see this, at attended to as a top priority. Am I correct?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. All right. Just making sure we have the right order. Perfect. And so, but any other questions other than that feedback though? That's it?
No, I think we're good for now. At
Okay.
least I'm very impressed with what you guys have done so far. So we're good.
Okay, awesome. So now I will just flip over to this so that we can have just a second. Okay, there we go. All right, so just because again, what we work on here, it's not just about, showing you what we've worked on, the demo, as well would want to use this opportunity to inspect the backlog just to make sure, see if there are any changing requirements with the business, if there's anything that you would like to bring to our attention, so that if we need to revise the backlog, we can have that up and ready as we prepare for upcoming sprints.
Okay,
So I'm
thank
just going
you.
to stay here. Mhm.
All right, thank you, Abby. What I would like to see being worked on in the next sprint will be for the admin to be able to access the driver's data. So if you could just pull that up as one of your top priority for the next sprint, that would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, perfect. That would be this. Okay. And you want to go through any other one here, or that's it?
Okay, and so the drivers can upload, they can download the app easily and also provide all their information. So that should also go on the top priority.
Okay, perfect. All right. So I'm hearing account registration for the admin and also getting the download option to ensure that, the user has the app and can set to work. Okay, that's great. And all right. So if that's all from you, Jules, I want to thank you so much for for creating the time to do this. And we always, assure you again of our dedication and commitment to see that we're able to deliver value, right? So that way we're all, working together, ensuring that our end users are happy. So from Joel, is there anything you want to add though?
Basically, I think that's about it. So we'll just take into consideration the stakeholders' contribution as in her concern as to what we need to work on with high priority. Basically, that's noted. So that's about it. I will relate this with my other developer who is unavoidably absent, like as rightly pointed out by the SM. So that's about it. I'm good.
Okay, thank you so much for that. So thank you once again, Tony, for for being here, setting us, just reminding us. I mean, I got your email this morning and I was, so impressed, just reminding us about, the review that we have for this time. Thank you so much for that. And like Jules mentioned, so I just want us to keep this in mind. So we are to, work on creating the right shade of blue such that, it's what she wants exactly for the business. And then with the user stories now at the top of the backlog, that is representing the priority. I would also, work with the developers to make sure we change the priority, assigning the priority of those user stories to make sure it's reflecting it being of the highest priority. So yeah, so that's about it. Over to you, Tony. Is there anything you want to bring to our attention?
No, nothing. I am good. I just want to wish you guys a fabulous weekend, and everyone should have fun this weekend so that we can hit next week refreshed and ready to go again.
Yes, yeah. And make sure we enjoy the weather, right? Let's use this opportunity. It's really warm. You don't know when this is going to come next, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you so much again. I really appreciate your work. You're fantastic. Please keep being you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
All
guys.
right. Thank you so much, Jules, for coming. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Okay.
And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Team Y. Thank you for the energy, your effort. Thank you for everything you've brought to the table thus far. It's been a long journey so far. So what I'll do, as usual, I'll start with the mural board to get the feedback from the audience, and then we'll move to RTE. Then I'll give my own 2 cents to it. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So we have some comments rolling in. First comment, I love their energy and really like the fact that they thought of security, putting the driver's picture there. Second feedback, I think they should have magnified the prototype so we could view it better. Okay. Third feedback, also like the different color coding for people, goods, for easier identification. Interesting. So do you have any comments for those feedback?
Yeah, we've noted, especially the part about zooming in so that you are able to see. That is noted. The color coding was also, like you said, like the person commented, it was to differentiate and easily at a glance point out what is what and who is what, just to basically help the eye coordination, basically. So that was the idea. But thank you. Thank you. The feedback is noted.
Okay. So quick question. Did you use Figma for those designs?
Yes, please.
Or was it balsamic?
We use Figma.
Figma.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. RTE, do you have any comments?
Yes,
okay.
I'm here. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So the only comment I have, I it's more of a question. I don't know what how do I put this? What was your take home from the review session? Like
Please,
I'm not sure I get your question.
Please.
So what was the outcome of it? Like, what did you guys get out of it from doing this review with the stakeholders present? What did you guys take out of it?
Are you speaking personally?
No,
or...
no. As a team, okay. With your product, with what you just presented to your stakeholders.
Okay, so I mean, one, we did have, we're able to get, sorry?
Yeah, with the feedback you got, what was it that you took from it?
Okay, yeah, so the feedback was what I summarized when I was rounding up the meeting. So she did want us to rework the color of the logo. That was the feedback, right? And then we're able to get a revised backlog because she mentioned 2 user stories that we needed to, move up as high priority for our upcoming sprint. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you. That's basically that's what I just wanted to hear some of that. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
That's it, my end, coach.
Okay, so RTA, I had the same question actually, because at some point during the presentation, I got lost. And that's because I didn't notice any structure in the demo. That's first point. Second point I noted down was, were you guys working on a mobile app or a website?
It's a mobile app.
Mobile.
Because I didn't notice any designs on the mobile app. If you recall what Team X presented, that was actually what I was trying to see. I was hoping I could see mock-ups, wireframes at this point. I know this is your first sprint, but I was hoping to see more of mock-ups, MOCKUPS, if you note that down. So mock-ups and wireframes, those are the kind of things I was hoping to see for this demo. I didn't see any of that. Then I noticed on your designs, if you could open your designs so that we can go through that, please. Let me stop sharing so that you can share yours. If you open the Figma designs again, please. Yeah. So I noticed that there was TJFL Logistics logo on the left, and then there was a star on the right. I'm not sure I could correlate that. Do you have any explanation for that?
The explanation is it's an error on our part. We're supposed to take out that star.
Okay, that was my second question. So my third question is, do you have your product canvas?
No. No, we don't. In fact, I think I just heard of the description you made in your presentation. I just heard about it this evening. So no, we don't have.
Work in progress.
Let me tell you guys.
We're startup meeting.
Okay, so it's good. I like the way we're having these conversations, right? Like I always tell you guys, it's better for us to have these conversations within our family, our Scrum Hub family, than within the interviewers' family. They wouldn't even let you know. They'll just tell you, "Oh, thank you for coming. It was a nice session," and then you don't hear from them again. So it's good we're having these discussions. So the reason I took out time to create this little rectangular box of deliverables was because I wanted you guys to touch on every element, every small cell. You guys need to work on them. By now on your base camp, you should have your product canvas. You should have your definition of done, definition of ready, your Confluence working page agreement. We need to see links pointing us to those documents so that we are sure that you're able to achieve all these deliverables, right? Now, you cannot start a product without starting with your product canvas. It's like telling a construction worker, go and build a house. You don't give them drawing, you don't give them direction, you don't give them your plan. There's nothing to hold to refer to. Your product canvas is what you have as your reference point. And I'm going to share with you an example of a product canvas. This Zoom thing is blocking me. Okay, let me look for it. Okay, can you see the product canvas on my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So your product canvas should have your vision, your goals, your key metrics, target customer segmentation, your unique value proposition. If I ask you now, what are the revenue streams for your product? With your product canvas, you should be able to clearly map out where your revenue streams will come. Will it come from paid downloads, paid testing? Where will it come from? Membership fees, promotional charge? Where would it come from? You need to know that at the top of every product priority is value. If you're not providing value, then that product should not even exist. And that's why you see most of these companies are folding up, because everybody is so carried away by meetings and by running. It's not about running, it's about making good progress. It's about making quality, valuable progress, right? So we need to make sure that the deliverables are what is our priority working in our teams. I'm happy this is happening now at the initial phase so that other team members can learn from this. Please, before you start anything, have your working agreement with your team members. Talk to each other about what is acceptable in the team, what is not acceptable. Once you've done that on Confluence, your working agreement, the next thing to discuss is your product canvas. What is the vision of this product we are building? What is the goal? If you don't plan, you're going to fail. It's simple. It's as simple as that. Channels. What are the channels? Are we targeting iOS? Are we targeting Android? What are we focusing on? Social media? What are the channels that we're going to use to reach our customer? Because at the end of the day, if you don't put your customer at the middle of everything, you would not be able to make money from that application, right? And if you notice what Team X did, they showed us some Figma design. So Team X, I think Nicola or Amara, please, could you share, or Kola, could you share your screen on the Figma design? I'll stop sharing now for a minute.
Okay, I'll just share. Just give me a second. Let me. Sorry about that.
Okay. Oh, actually, I'm not showing it. Sure. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay.
Yes, I see it. So if you remember, Team X took us through RTE, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I don't know if you had joined at the point where Team X took us through this design. So basically, they walked us through what happens to the user, the customer journey map, right? They talked to us about when you click on register, this would happen. When you click on login, this would happen. We need to see what the customer goes through in terms of their emotions, right? Because it depends on what emotion your customer is going through that will make them decide whether to buy or not to buy, right? So as a product person, you need to always bear it in mind that you want to know the customer's journey. And that's why there's something called the customer journey map. So Team Y, you could see that there is a clear difference between these Figma designs and the one presented. I don't know if you see the difference. Please confirm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I see it.
Okay. So Team X, please stop sharing because I need to show I need to show some other things. Okay.
Another thing that you can even see with that is that you're actually presenting the end product, like from the user's end to the stakeholders for them to see exactly what they envisioned is what they're seeing in front of them. So that's where the feedback is essential. Whether it's negative or positive, they'll tell you, oh, the color needs to be changed. This needs to be changed. So yeah, you guys did a great job.
So thank you. I mean, everyone is putting energy, so everyone is doing a great job, but I need to be as honest as possible so that you take home something. So this is the persona map, and it's also a customer journey map. So you can see CJM, customer journey map. It's always important to know what experience your customer is having. Usually when a customer comes to your website, they're already unhappy because of something. They have a problem that they are trying to get a solution to. So as a product person, you're supposed to get them from this unhappy phase to the happy phase as fast as possible without them clicking too many buttons, without them being confused. Just think of your own experience using maybe LinkedIn or some other application, right? Or Facebook, right? You can see that a lot of thought has been put into getting you as the user from the unhappy state to happy state. In the case of Airbnb, they're trying to get you a house quickly from here to get you from here to this aha moment, right? So always think of your customer's aha moment whenever you're designing anything. I'm speaking from the point of view that I was into more of product ownership, right? So I know how important it is for you to put value in front of you in anything you're doing, right? Because if you have all these ceremonies and you don't put value in front of you, you're really wasting your time. Now you can see that there is a picture of a customer, a potential customer here. And then they describe who that customer is. Megan is 37 and has been an IT manager for 5 years. She is responsible for managing the day-to-day operations. So you need to tell the story of that persona that you're trying to map out, right? So that when you come to create this spreadsheet here, you'll be able to put yourself in the shoes of this Megan to know what is going to make her unhappy, what's going to make the person very, very unhappy, so that you can try and work on those things so that you can quickly go from here to here, right? So I have not seen, I don't know whether it's existing, but I've not seen your persona map for both Team X and Team Y. I've not seen your product canvas for both Team X and Team Y. And I have also not seen your roadmap, right? The moment you start having these discussions, your roadmap will start shaping itself and you'll be able to create a good roadmap. I had shared a website, I think it's called productroadmaps.com. Let me just quickly check for it. Product road. I think it's called productplan.com. Yeah, they have it's productplan.com. They have amazing product roadmaps that you can use as a guide. They have different types of product roadmaps. So please make sure that you follow these things that we've created for you. We created them for a reason. They're not just there to occupy space, guys. Please, on your Basecamp HQ, would like to see your product canvas, your designs, your mock-ups, your wireframes. I know you're not paid to do this, right? But you've decided to commit to joining a group. So let's make the best out of those groups, Team X and Team Y and all other teams that are coming up. So please, that would be my feedback. And for the remaining 10 minutes, I would like to make some announcements. The first announcement is for the next session, which is on Thursday. Please come prepared, because after your retro, we're going to ask you some real interview questions, just to see how comfortable you sound for the job market. That's for Thursday. Your sprint retro session, please make sure you go through the Scrum guide to know what the expectations of a sprint retrospective is or are. Please try and look at your Scrum guide from page 1 to page 14. It's very important that you don't enter the job market without reading your Scrum guide, because interviewers will be ready to laugh at you if you don't know what is in your Scrum guide. So this is the same information I give paid clients. I'm giving it to you for free. Please don't enter the job market without reading your Scrum guide from page 1 till the end, please. Okay. Then for your sprint retro, please try and make sure that you also provide all these deliverables as well on that day. Come prepared for the mock interview questions. Those are the two announcements. And then the third announcement is, would really like volunteer facilitators to come to indicate interest for facilitating this session. Starting from next week, we're going to be having a lot of interactions, especially with our paid clients. So I may not be available most of the time. And so I'll really need us to have volunteers reaching out to me so that we can talk about how you'll be facilitating the sessions. It's a very good opportunity to facilitate the session, because what happens is that the more you facilitate these sessions, the more confident you will be as a facilitator. If you remember, if a Scrum Master is also a facilitator, so you'll be able to sound more confident even during your interviews that you facilitated really you facilitated Scrum sessions, right? So please, I'll really plead with everyone. We're all providing our shoulders for everyone to lean on. When we need more shoulders, please, if you would like to facilitate, because I'm not going to be available most of the time from next week, please. I can see a lot of people are volunteering. Yay! Oh, thank you, everyone. You're amazing. Oh my God, this is like a wonderful family. I'm seeing a lot of pings already. Thank you. So please, this platform was created because of you and not any other person. Feel free to reach out to as many people, especially those that you know have great potential. The other day, I came across someone who has so many degrees sweeping as a cleaner, and it really pained me, right? These are the little things that really touched me to create this chat. I feel like a lot of people are just wasting their potential doing work that they have no business doing because they don't have information, right? So if you know anyone that you feel like information can help, please reach out to those people and give them the Scrum Hub link to join and participate. So even when I'm not engaging us in conversations, please just know I'm also busy and trying to juggle a lot of things. Please, that platform is for everyone. It's not for only me. If you find any materials, if you find any job adverts, please post it there. If you want to refer anyone, please help a brother, help a sister, please. Let's try and provide shoulders for each other to lean on, So at this point, there's another announcement again. So if you really want to be part of the paid service, please subscribe as soon as you can. But before you subscribe, please make sure that you do your training. Make sure, we don't usually like coaching people that have not done their training or their certification because the burden becomes very big. So please just try and do your trainings. We have discounts if you want discounts. Where there's discounts with Simply Access. So reach out to me or Jyoti. We'll be able to help with those discount links. There are trainings, there are certifications you need to get. You need to also be a part of one of the teams and get that hands-on experience. Then when you feel very confident, then you can reach out to kxconsultingltd.com. But we really want you to pay attention to all the building blocks towards your success. Not just come in and say, oh, you just want a resume rewrite and jump into the job market. No, we prefer you go through the route of getting your trainings, your certifications, your experience working in real teams. You can hear from what Team X said that they have not done this before, but you can see that they're sounding like they're very experienced, that they've been doing this for years, right? It comes with practice. You need to practice because your interviewer is looking at how experienced you sound. And if you don't practice and if you don't work on real mobile apps or websites, then it will show. It will show that you don't know anything about product canvas. It will show that you don't know anything about persona. Don't go to the interview and persona is you're hearing persona there for the first time. Please, that will disown you as the Scrum Hub family. No, we won't disown you. We love you, but please try and make good use of all the resources at your disposal, guys. Please. We have 4 more minutes. Does anyone have anything to chime in? Team Y, what's your experience so far?
Well, in terms of experience, it's been a lot of learning. It's been a lot of largely, that's just a summary of it. It's been a lot of learning. I'm constantly taking note of the feedback and the corrections and the criticisms and everything. So there's always room for growth. So it's been a lot of learning. But that's basically it for me anyway. And I'm sure it's probably the same for the rest of the team as well.
Yeah, it is. I mean, initially it was like, I mean, we're doing.
Don't choke.
Hello?
Biodun, we stopped hearing you.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I was just buttressing what Tony was saying, right? It's really been a learning experience because I mean now we're getting a big overview, not just about being a Scrum Master, because playing around as well with the designing, and I believe it will go a long way to help when you are interacting with our developers when we get on teams, like in the real world. So it's been a wonderful experience so far.
Okay, I'll just I'll give everyone some information which I feel will help everyone. So I know that we are presenting only one sprint. So Team X now by Thursday, Team X and Y by Thursday would have finished their sprint 1. Please don't stop there. Take it to a whole new level. Do more sprints on your own. We may still, by the time we get to the end of all the letters, right? We'll still come back again to Team X. If you guys have gotten jobs then, that's still well and good. That's our prayer, actually, that you get jobs before then. But if not, I would say continue the discussions. If possible, reach out to real developers on Fiverr, right? You can go to Fiverr. I don't know, correct me. Fiverr's website is fiverr.com, right? Am I right?
Yes.
That's correct.
Okay,
Yes.
Thank you. So go to Fiverr. Look out for good developers that have good reviews. Reach out to them. They may tell you, oh, we're going to charge you $300. What plan with your team members? You may be surprised. All of them may be interested and they'll say, okay, if it's $300, let's just contribute money, right? And pay this developer. But let this developer give us the opportunity to shadow him or her, right? Once you are able to shadow a real developer working on these things, you'll be able to start having some conversations, getting used to new terminologies. You can start saying some programming language that by the time you get to your interview and you start using that one to shine, nobody will know where you got it from. So it's all about strategy and planning, right? You can decide that, okay, fine, you don't want to work with a real developer. You just want to continue learning the ropes on your own for free. It's still an option. You want to be training yourself using free YouTube videos. It's still an option. But there are so many ways to get experience, right? It must not be paid experience in an organization. You can go to someone and tell the person, hey, let me shadow you. Or, hey, this is a DevOps person. Let me work with you for like a month or 2 months or 1 week, or I don't know, whatever arrangement you have. But just try and get the real flavor so that you will be able to come up to speed quickly. So please, after 1 week, continue the conversations. Don't stop there. While really, I remember Team Y and Team X when they started, like, you guys have come a long way. I know whether you may understand it or not. I know from being a viewer that you guys have come a long way. So please keep up the pace, keep up the good work. Don't look at it like, oh, this is unpaid, therefore I'm not going to be serious. You raise your hand to join this team for a reason. So please don't give up. Yeah. Audience, you have anything to add before we close the meeting?
Hello, everyone. This is Victor. I just have a comment. Can I go ahead? Hello, can you hear me?
Sure, Victor. Please go ahead. Sorry, I was on mute.
All right. So thank you very much. My comment is just to say a big well done to Team X and Team Y. Some of us, this is my second time attending the session, and it's been a huge learning point for me also. So a big well done to the teams, and also to the organizers. I must say a big well done to you all, creating an environment like this, because I know it's not just the an hour and a half we spend here. I think more time is you spend even more time preparing for these sessions. So well done and creating this opportunity for learning. We can't even personally, I can't put a value on all the learning that is taking place. So thank you very much, everyone, and God keeping all of us, our desires and dreams will be achieved.
Thank you, Victor, for saying this. A lot of us don't know the effort we put into
Victor.
all this posting during the day, during work hours. Sometimes I don't even sleep. I'm always thinking, oh, how can I help the family? Oh, sometimes my other team members are always pinging me, how can we improve? We are not paid for doing this, but we just want to see how we can help as many people, especially those who have potential, get them off the wrong less paying work and bring them to something more rewarding. Thank you for saying that. That really encourages us. Thank you also for also volunteering, Victor, to facilitate. I think it was you that reached out and amongst other people. Thank you. Thank you, Joel, also for offering your Zoom session for free. Joel has been awesome. Joel is in Team Z. I'm also, Team Z invited us to see their base camp. Their base camp has been awesome. Well done, Team Z. Thank you, Joel, for all the positive energy you bring to the table. And thank you for volunteering your Zoom session. I know normally you have meetings with this Zoom session, but you sacrificed it so that we will not be having interruptions. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, audience. You've been awesome. I mean, having the mural link did not stop you. You went a step further and put in your comments to help all our team members. Thank you. We're really grateful. Please continue to feel free to participate. Whenever I see that I'm the only one talking in that group, I feel like, hey, Kelechi, you're just a chatterbox. You need to keep quiet sometimes. So please feel free to use the WhatsApp chat for your comments and for helping everyone with job ads, referrals. Please feel free to help out. Other than that, I would say thank you, everyone. And I'm really looking forward to working with everyone. The whole goal is for us to have maybe once in a year, we'll have some gatherings. Those in Saskatchewan will come to Saskatchewan and see one another. Those in Etobicoke, those in Dallas, those in New York. We'll just try and make our time and have one-on-one interactions, especially now that things have been lifted up, because we need to grow our network, right? It's very important for me. So please, we need to get jobs before Christmas, because we're planning to have that session in Christmas. And the goal is for us to celebrate all the opportunities that we took advantage of during the year. So please, let's remain focused. Thank you, everyone, and have a good evening.
Thank you too. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.